Hey, it's Kathy here, and I want to show you today Calendula, or as my niece Emma calls her, Miss Calendula. And so Calendula is a plant that we grow on the farm every year. It is such a fabulous, important plant to grow. This is one of my favorite plants for topical use for wounds, but I also love using it internally for many different reasons that I'm not going to get into right now. And so as you can see, it gets to be about 2 feet tall, if not higher, but this is also typical, having it be closer to 1. So 1 to 2 feet tall, plus or minus, but it still will produce beautiful flowers when it's a little shorty like this. So some things that I want to point out about the plant. First, starting with its leaf structure. Its leaf is lancelet shaped and or oblong, and it doesn't have a stem coming off of it, a leaf stem. So see how it connects to the main stem branch right there? This is called a sessile. That is referring to the fact that it does not have a leaf stem. And then you can see that the stem branches off, creating flower heads at the top of each branch off stem. And the flowers are considered inflorescence. And what that means is that right inside here, all of those are considered disc florets, and they all are an individual flower. And even these petals, which are considered ray flowers or ray florets, are also individual flowers, which is so incredible. A sunflower is another example of an inflorescence like this. So these are all tiny little flowers creating this beautiful flower head, which then will turn into seeds. And this is the beginning stages of seeds. This is the fruit. And the fruit is, there's one single seed enclosed in each fruit. And it will produce one flower head will produce a bunch of different fruits that have seeds in them, excuse me. And then it'll dry and it'll look something like this. It's hard to tell, but it's the coolest looking seed. So cool. And so this plant, as you can see, all of these have seed heads going, and this will readily self-seed. So if I was to do nothing up here, but just let everything, harvest the flowers and let some go to seed, this would still fill in next season. And so here on the farm, we start some plants inside early in the season, probably about 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. And then we will self-sow directly into beds. And then we will also let sections self-seed themselves. And it's a great way of having successive harvesting. Now, to harvest it, there's like a couple of different ways you can do this. You can pinch it off right here, or you could come down here and pinch it off. We usually harvest just the head like this, or by pinching it off, and then we lay it out on screens. Now, one thing that is really exciting about calendula is the more you harvest the blossoms and pick the blossoms off, the more it produces. So these will continue to produce well into late September, and it's the end of August right now. So we're gonna get to see their beautiful sunny blossoms for a long time. I highly recommend this plant for a lot of reasons. Like I said, it has medicinal purposes. It smells delicious. The leaves have this like really interesting texture. There are little hairs all around the leaf and along the stem, and it has like this waxy feeling to it. It's the plant itself is high in resin content, and so you're getting that when you rub the leaves and when you harvest the flowers, and you'll end up with like very sticky hands after a harvest that smell so good. This plant smells amazing. It's a great companion plant. And I can't say enough about it. So grow some calendula.